Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to SpurRadio.com as we broadcast live out of the purveyor of all things cowboy, Young's Western Wear, DiscountWesternWear.com here in the heart city of Valentine, Nebraska. Well, it's time for your Talkin' with Tana show with three-time National Finals Rodeo qualifier Tana Popino. Today's show is brought to you by EquiPride. EquiPride is a proud sponsor of Tana Popino and the Talkin' with Tana show. It's a unique new vitamin, mineral, and digestive aid supplement for all classes of horses. It's customized to complement forages, improve appearance, performance, and immune function through better feed utilization, and that is EquiPride. For more information on them, you can go to equipride.biz. Also check them out on Facebook and on YouTube. Well, here we go. We are going to go to Tana Popino. How are you, Tana?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Well, I was on your Facebook page this morning. Looks like you had a busy weekend.
We did, and it just continued on to this week. So, yeah, last week, let's see, where'd we go last week? Oh, we started off in the mud at Claremore, and then we went to the mud at Toganoxie, and then I had entered a jackpot finals. One of my friends had been putting on here towards the house, and so it was inside, and it was dry, so we actually got 2 dry runs last week. So we won some at the jackpot, didn't do so good in the mud, so that was kind of the way the week went.
Yeah, well, it looked like I was looking on there, and it looks like Goose is progressing, getting better, and you've been working on him going left, so just got to keep plugging away.
That's right. He's about got the first bell figured out. Now if his rider could get the second and third ones figured out, we'd be in good shape.
Yeah. So it's so was everybody struggling then with the mud, or is it just one of those things you got to deal with?
Claremore, the slack started out muddy, and by the end of slack, it was really, really good. And then I think the ground got a little too hard throughout the rodeo. So, towards the bottom of slack would have been really good, and probably the first night of the rodeo was good. I didn't hear for sure on Toganoxie, but I'm pretty sure it stayed kind of muddy the whole way through, and it's that old black Kansas mud, and it was about 2 foot deep and sticky, pull the shoes off your horse type mud. It really wasn't much fun, and I hate it because the Shriners of Kansas City put that rodeo on, and all the proceeds go to help crippled children. So it's kind of a bad deal when you like to perform for the crowd, and they don't get to see the best rodeo when it's mud knee deep.
Right. Well, that's just the way it works. This time of year, there's a lot of outdoor rodeos, so Mother Nature steps in a lot of times, and you just got to deal with what's dealt with you and do the best you can and move on. I mean, we need
true.
Yeah, we need the moisture, but sometimes we like to be able to put it on hold just until we can get through some of these events, but we can't do that. So, well, Tana, it looks like you said, it was a long weekend, but it's not going to quit. You got a long week ahead of you. I want to jump in real quick again and thank EquiPride for sponsoring today's show. For more information on them, you can go to equipride.biz. And EquiPride's a unique new vitamin, mineral, and digestive aid supplement for all classes of horses. It's customized to complete forages, improve appearance, performance, and immune function through better feed utilization. For more information on EquiPride, make sure you go to equipride.biz, also on Facebook and YouTube. Well, got a busy week, Tana. Talk to us a little bit. Where are you going to be all this week?
Well, we just pulled in from Fort Smith. I was kind of trying to get here quick enough so I could be standing still when I talked to you. We ran this morning in the slack at Fort Smith. It was okay. I was a little disappointed with my run, but we're placing right now. Hopefully it'll get some kind of check. And then tomorrow we go to Hugo and run in the slack there. Then Thursday we will go to Bennington, Kansas, and again we're in the slack after the perf at Bennington, and then go over to Strong City for Friday and drew the slack after the perf at Strong City. But Saturday night we're live, Licking, Missouri. We'll be in the perf Saturday night, payday, so if anybody's in that area, come out and see us.
Where was Saturday again? I missed that one. Where was you going Saturday?
Licking, Missouri.
Okay. Where exactly is that? Where's the location on that one, Tana?
Licking is in, let's see. It's just below the interstate, I-44 that runs through Missouri. It's below the interstate about an hour. Close to Rolla, Missouri would be the biggest town it's close to. It's up in the hills, a lot of the really nice clear rivers. People vacation up there, and they get a great crowd at Licking, and it's a good committee that puts the rodeo on, and we appreciate them.
Okay. Wow. Sounds like every night this week you're going to be somewhere.
That's right. Arkansas, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Missouri. I've hit them all this week.
All right. Now, let me ask you a question. You say like on Saturday you're live, and the rest of these you're in the slack. How do the rodeos determine who's in the slack and who's not? Is it just how you enter, or how do they do that?
Well, first, of course, we all enter through Procom. The PRCA has a computer system that you can enter and give your first preference. Like at Licking, I asked for Saturday night. Got lucky and actually drew Saturday night. They fill the perfs first. Mm-hmm. So if they've got 10 ball racers in each perf, that means 30 girls get to go in the perfs. And anything over that number, the rest have to run in slack. Like Fort Smith this morning, they had 50-some girls in the slack. Their rodeo started last night and runs through Saturday. So they take 10 in a perf. I think they've got 6 perfs. So 60 get to run in the perfs, and then the other 50-some run in the slack. So you can actually ask for slack, and there's reasons to do that, and there's reasons to be in the perfs. A lot of times, if you go in the slack, it allows you another rodeo to go to. Like by going this morning in slack, it frees up like my Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And since we already have rodeos for then, this way I can go to another rodeo. A lot of times, maybe the ground may be a little better in the perfs. Sometimes it's better in the slack. I think the ground at the bottom end of the slack at Claremore was probably your best bet. But you don't know that when you enter. So it's just kind of all luck of the draw, and you do the best you can with what you got, and you try to enter enough rodeos that it all averages out in the end.
So a lot of times, a lot of them, you want to enter in the slack because you know you're going to be somewhere else, maybe in a performance, so you can kind of pick and choose to somewhat, so you can kind of schedule everything and get to many rodeos as possible. So that's.
Ken, I'm having trouble hearing you. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Is that any better?
It comes and goes.
Okay.
Sometimes you're real loud, and then it just fades off, and then it bounces back. So.
Okay. Well, we'll keep trying here. Everything seems to be coming through on this side and going out. I'll do some checking when we're done today and see if I got a bad cable maybe. But my question was, the slack is good for the simple reason you can helps you get to more rodeos then. I mean, some you can ask for the slack when you're live somewhere else so you can get to both of them. Is that correct?
You faded out right at the end on that one. If you'll say the last sentence again.
So basically, it works out because some of you can get to the slack, and then that allows you to get to another rodeo maybe that you might be in a live performance.
Right. This next week they run the slacks, like at Hugo tomorrow. The slack is before the rodeo ever starts. Typically the ground at Hugo gets a little better during the perfs. But at Hugo, they only have a couple perfs, so, only a couple girls are going to get, a couple sets of girls are going to get those perf runs. The main thing is we have a really strong event in the barrel racing, and so anytime that you go to a rodeo perf, you're going to get to see some of the best barrel racers in the country, and you're going to get to see a pretty good set no matter where you go to watch. We're entering right now for, like I said, the 4th of July. We're bantering back and forth trying to figure out how to enter the big rodeo at Cody right now. The books are open at Cody, and we're having that dilemma. Should we go ahead and just enter for slack, or should we try to enter for a perf? they'll have way over 100 entries at Cody, so only 48 are going to get runs in the perf. So, you just do what you can do.
Right. Well, after this weekend, you're going to be busy this week. Is it going to continue on this busy the next couple of weeks, or do you get a break next week, or how's your schedule looking down the road?
Well, the next couple of weeks will be kind of light. There'll be a little more driving involved, but going to take it a little easier. Next week we'll go to Gladewater, Texas on Thursday, and then I actually drew the perfect Garden City, Kansas on Saturday. So I always like to go to Garden City. It's close to kind of where I grew up, and we have good friends that live out in that area. So really look forward to going to Garden City next week.
Cool. Hey, I was going to ask you, too, did you go to, or maybe hasn't been yet, was Pretty Prairie, Kansas rodeo already done?
You're going to have to repeat that again, Ken. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Was it Pretty Prairie, Kansas rodeo? Is that one already been?
No, Pretty Prairie happens about mid-July.
Mm-hmm.
It and Woodward, Oklahoma go on the same time. Those are two of our bigger circuit rodeos that happen in July.
Right.
It's a great rodeo, and they have a great hospitality tent there at Pretty Prairie. Farmers' wives are some of the best cooks in the world, so they feed us really good at Pretty Prairie and put on a good rodeo there. So always like to go to Pretty Prairie. Haven't got to go in the past few years because I'm usually up in Wyoming and Utah then, but you just never know.
It's
nice to have those great circuit rodeos to go to.
Right. Isn't Pretty Prairie one of the oldest rodeos in Kansas, or?
Yeah, Pretty Prairie. When I started going to Pretty Prairie, they had the rodeo on the baseball field, and so you ran through the grass.